Scheduling is one of the best use case for Cowork because there's a lot of different moving parts here. We have different time zone, we have different constraints, buffer time, we have the conflicts, and the basic automation give up here because there's no hard-coded rule or script here. And here we can use assistant like Claude Cowork that actually take over this. In this video, we are building a real scheduling assistant, a new hire onboarding week using the Google Calendar connector, three working methods, and let's start with this. So I already told you about why the basic automation break because there are no set of rules. We have shared calendars, we have different time zones, we have to reschedule the meeting due to holiday or due to conflict of the time schedule. So this is why we need to use Cowork. And what actually happening under the hood inside the Cowork, it read your context, it check your calendars and your free time and in real time, and also it propose you multiple options. It only book when you say go, and we have just three simple steps and every method it work here. No matter which method you choose, it just depend on the complexity of your scheduling. So if you run a simple cohort kickoff, or you have a guest expert call, or you have new team member onboarding, you have to face this problem again and again because scheduling is a bit complicated for automation, and if you're doing manually, it takes a lot of back and forth time for you. So we are using the Cowork, and inside the Cowork we have team onboarding MD file. So I will show you in a bit. So if you go to Claude Cowork, and we have this here, and inside this I have this folder here, Cowork scheduling demo, and inside this I have this team-onboarding.md file. So this is the file where we define what is the steps or who are people included in our team and what are the constraints. So we have the new hire meet every function lead to a 30-minute intro during the first week, and they have to meeting with three peoples. Maya, she is strategist in our team, Theo is handling the content, and Jara is sales and partnership. So the new member need to talk with all three peoples, and here we define our constraints. So we just wants to meet on Monday to Friday and no more than two meeting per day because we don't want to be overwhelm the new member. And if they have two meeting in two meeting in a day, we need to add a buffer time between those meetings, and working hours only, weekdays only, and strategy go to first. So always this call going to first, and then we have other two calls, right? So this is the file that you needed to store or just define the rules and the logic. And we have the Cowork. So let me first select the folder here, so we can choose a different folder. So we can select this folder, and by selecting the folder here, we allow Claude Cowork to use this file, use this folder, or access this folder and read this file. So we provide this, and also we need one more thing to provide a Google Calendar connector is toggle on, right? We need to be make it active. So if you see the architecture here, so with the Cowork, we have to provide the Google Calendar connector, we already did, and also provide the access of team-onboarding.md file. And now we need to apply those three method, and as we go here we just provide the simple, we can use first simple method to just simple scheduling, but as we go to method 2 to method 3, it's going to be a bit complex, and you can see in the video how we can handle this. So we provide the team onboarding.md file, and this is the single source of truth for our whole thing. You can define your rules, your constraint here, and let's get into it and let's build it. So I already have the prompt here, so this is the prompt that I am going to first write here. So let me write the prompt here and I will show you. So here is a new hire starting next Monday. The name is Ved, and we provide its email, working in the local time zone, and we can provide the time zone as well, IST. And we just run it and I will show you. So we want it to read our team onboarding.md file, and then it just schedule the meeting for us and show me a draft table with proposed slot for each meeting, the lead and any conflict. Do not create any event yet, I want to review first, right? So this is the first method of first prompt we're going to run here. So first we just wants to make sure we have proper visibility of how it's going to schedule our events. So it going to read it, the team onboarding.md file first, and it just draft a table with a proposed slot for each meeting. So let's wait for it, and it's going to be all calendars, and just look for the free time slot, and it just gives us the clean draft table. So let's wait for it. So now it run complete and it found it. So it found here we have all three team members, Maya, Theo, and Zara, and it proposed a time slot for each. So the new member Ved can meet Maya on Monday, and he can meet Theo, Zara on Tuesday and the business day. Because if you see the conflict here, so Maya calendar is booked 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 to 4 p.m. with recurring work block. This is the time slot clean 15-minute buffer on both sides. So it find the time that Maya free on his calendar and both peoples are free all the week. So it gives you the proper draft table and you can just simply tell it to schedule the calls for all three, right? We can do it this way, but let's run another prompt to see how we can go beyond this. So this time we tell it same scenario, read the onboarding sequence form. So later we run first and here we want to some changes. So this time do not print a markdown table. So before we just want to see everything inside the table, but this time we walk me through one meeting at a time for each meeting. Call suggested time to get three base load options that respect no more than two per day and 15-minute buffer constraint. Present those three options to me as a structure choice question and wait for my pick before moving to the next meeting and start with the strategy Maya should land first after I have picked a slot or for all three, summarize my selection and ask me to confirm before creating an events, right? So this time, instead of having just one slot, we asking it to give us a three slot options for each. So it asking for strategy meeting with Maya 30 minute. So we can select a slot, right? On Monday, he can free on 1 to 1:30 p.m., 4 to 4:30 and this. So we can simply pick a slot or you can ask your team members which slot they're working, which slot they are fine to having a meeting with him. So let's I schedule for this. For it first start with Maya and then it proposed same option for me to other two calendars of Theo and Zara. So let's see. And now it gave an option for Theo. So we can meet Theo on Monday as well for 4:50 and 55:15 p.m. And let's select this one because we have in our construct in team.md that no more two meetings per day. So we already have meetings on Monday with Maya and Monday with Theo. So this time it doesn't give an option on Monday, right? Because we already add in our constraint. So let's schedule this time. So now we pick all three schedule for all three team members, and here it gives us the full summary what we selected. So for Maya, Theo, Zara, we select this time here, and you can confirm it and you can schedule it on your calendar. So this is the second way we can do it. This is bit more better because now before we have just one slot here that AI picked, but here AI propose a three slot for us, and we can pick it manually by ourselves based on feedback from our team members, or we can schedule it for manually, right? And lastly, we have one more option. So let's build a live artifact for doing this task. So we can just copy this prompt here, and I just run it. So let me show you this. So we run this prompt, and this is the third prompt we have. So this way we make a live artifact. So instead of doing it from Cowork, we can see all the options directly on the live artifact, and we can pick from there. So it read the team-onboarding.md file and same new hire starting next Monday. So we want to build an interactive scheduling picker as an artifact. First call suggest time for each three meetings to get three slot option per meeting. And we want to render as a React artifact showing the new hire week as three meeting cards. And each card should display the meeting title, the lead, the description, and the slot option as a radio button. Use distinct colors per function to so the week is scannable. And we add a small calendar mini view at the top showing the choose slot overlay to the new hire week. And we can add a confirm and create button to the bottom. When I click it, the artifact should post my three selections back to chat as a JSON message. And after I confirm the artifact, take the structure selection and call create event for each meeting with Google Meet links and file description and email notifications. So this is more advanced, but this is very useful for using as a team, or it's more structure, or it give you the like ape like functionality. So just wait it and you can provide everything that you wants to it function. So let's wait to complete it because it takes some time to doing it. So now it completed, and you can see we have this live artifact here, and here we have the calendar for meeting with the different time zone, and here we can the all the team members with the name and their responsibility or the description and the different three time slot. So and also we have the confirm and create button. So let's say we want to change this to Monday 13 to 4:30, 4 to 4:30 p.m. So you can see here it's live interactive artifact, because if you change here it also move this, right? So let's move this here and on this, right? So and once we confirm and create it, create all the meetings with the same description, the same time slot for all the peoples, right? So let's create it. So it gives us the clean JSON, because when we select all the options from here, it just writing it here for the same time zone, and it schedule the meeting for us. So if I go to my calendar here, so open it. This is the Maya that I use for my own calendar on Monday 13. So on Monday 13, and with this time period I have free. So 5:30 to 6 p.m. and right now we don't have any meeting here in this time, right? So let's wait for it. And first it just asks for permissions to create an event. So allow this task here. So you can see here, once it's done we can reflect on our calendar. As you see here, it create all the three events with the time slot and the meeting link. So if you go here, and you can see here we have the strategy with Maya, and we have the Google Meet link as well, and we have the meeting with, this is my name I use as Maya, and this is the other email that I have for our new team hire. And if you see for other two emails, so we schedule on July 15. So let me go here, select the date for July 15. And you can see here, we have the meeting here with at 11, 11:30 and the 12, 2 and 2:30, right? So right now we don't have the permissions to make it event here, but you can see here, it slowed the time here. So we can do the same thing here, because I don't have the permissions to other my calendars, but you can do it, right? And also one more thing, if you go back here, so right now if you have the shared account, right? So let's say you have the team shared Google's account and you can share with other team members. So Claude Cowork can fetch every time slot from your shared calendar for all the team members. But for the demo purpose of the video, I just manually add those calendars. So if I click here, I just subscribe to calendars of these two my other emails, and I just set the permissions to just read and see the files, not creating those events. That's why it doesn't create the email. But if you have the shared account, you can do it. So this is the manual part I do firstly, but if you have the team account, you can do it directly. So let me recap everything. Before you running any three of one prompt, you need to provide team-onboarding.md file to the Claude Cowork and just map out your meetings and your constraint about the meeting, and you need to connect your connector for Google Calendars, and you can use any of the method. You can just provide the plain text to get the table format and then you can confirm it, or you can asking for more structured way to different time slot, or this. And also you can generate this live artifact, and this is most favorite of mine because you can have the interactive dashboard here, and you can just pick it and just schedule it like this. So you need to build it one time and you can use it for forever. And this is just for the onboarding process, but you can swap it your own cohort kickoff or your guest call list, your client onboarding. The connector and all three methods stay exactly the same. Thanks.